Hello, family. It's been a while, but welcome back to my channel. I am Sbulelo Mieni. Let's just get into it. So, on Sunday, Shaka Ilembe premiered. And oh my god, I'm so excited. It was truly amazing to watch. I love the aesthetics. The aesthetics, they make me feel so damn proud. They really did a magnificent job of portraying the story. But I'm looking forward to new episodes as well, just to see how they tell the story of the one and only Shaka Zulu. So let's just go back in time, yes, to the time of Ubabu Henry Cele, who's the one who actually portrayed Shaka Zulu previously. I don't know if they are going to top that, because I could not imagine Shaka Zulu as anybody else except Ubabu Henry Cele. So it's gonna be so amazing to watch how this generation will top that, because they better. He was such a great actor and they better do him justice, honestly. But anyways, what I loved about this is the fact that it was shot on location and it was a sacred place, the very place where Nandi, Shaga's mother, was born. And the scenery was absolutely amazing. Nomza Mombata portrayed, of course, the mother of Shaka Zulu, Nandi. And let me just tell you, she looked amazing. She looked hot. She looked gorgeous. And her body. Man, I love how they were as real as possible towards the Zulu culture. Now, we know that traditionally younger women didn't cover their breast, and they had these amazing, beautiful hairstyles. Let's just go to the hairstyles for a moment. The hairstyles were on point. They were natural hairstyles, and they had this elaborate, beads, which I give props to the costume designers, because I know for a fact that was not easy to portray. That was not easy to create. But I love the fact that I saw Ukwabazi, and some people, when they think of Ukwabazi, they always generally think that Ukwabazi is mainly used by sangomas or used by babies. No, 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 no. No, it can be used for so many things, because it was easier to find since it grows next to water. So during harvest season, women generally pick out ukwabazi, and you can make necklaces with it, you can elaborate your hair with it, whatever you feel like doing with it, you can. And it was one of the things that was mainly used to show off beauty. So they had some on their hairstyles, but not all of them, of course. I loved how they portrayed inkehle. Inkehle is a traditional Zulu headgear that's mainly worn by women who are older or women who are married. Traditionally, this was created with your own hair. So if you were about to get married, you would grow your hair and it would actually be plaited or designed into inkehle. That's the old way of doing it, but it made fabulous hairstyles. I love that. I loved seeing the different types of hairstyles. I love seeing the texture, of natural hair, and just how beautiful it can be. And of course, the actors were so good. They were so damn good. The opening scene, we meet the young Shaka, where he's being bullied by these older boys, and they say to him, oh, you are about to hide, your mother is the one who's taking care of you, protecting you, and all that. And he showed them that he is the man that he thinks he is. He put his hand on that beehive and he swinged it, and the bees stung the bullies. They ran, so they were the ones hiding underneath their mother's skirts. And Nandi showed up at that moment, and this boy just said, I wanted to get honey for you. And he gave that honey to his mother, which his mother tasted and said, Lumtoti, which means it's delicious. Lumnand. But I understand that the word umtoti, some people may not know what it means, but basically it means delicious, noma into mnand, which was what he said, and maybe now that I think of it, maybe that's why they never really use Mnandi, because it was so close to Nandi. But yes, Umtoti actually means something that's very delicious. And we track back and we are introduced to this powerful character, Mkabai Kajama, portrayed by Don Tandeka King. And let me just tell you, the way she narrated the story, damn. She narrated the story, and if you could hear the story, the way she narrates it in the Zulu language, you would just see how poetic it is, how beautiful and rich and raw and textured she is. Her voice was on point because it just sounded like she's reading this beautiful story. Like you could hear the texture of her voice, the beauty of her voice, the depth of her voice. And I'm looking forward how she tackles this powerful character of Mkabai Gajama. Mkabai Gajama is the sister of Senzanga Kona, and boy, she went down in history books as being a very powerful woman. The woman who was a military strategist, because she knew her shit when it came to, the wars, the battles, the everything. She was good and was on point, So I'm looking forward to how she actually portrays the role, Utandega Don King. But so far, in terms of her narration, I was impressed. And then let's go to Senzanga Kona. Oh, man. I think the macking scene where he's trying to get Nandi and he, macks on her, says these beautiful words in Zulu. Damn, if you don't understand Zulu, damn, you're missing out, because this Zulu was Toliwa. It's very hard to say exactly, but it sounded so poetic, so rich, and so heartfelt and sincere. And I felt like I was in that moment. But when I spoke to one of my friends, she said that she would have loved if Senzanga Kona was portrayed by another actor due to the voice. And then I thought about it and was like, she does have a point. But I get why the guy was casted as Senzanga Kona, because he had that built structure. He had that body, But she said that the voice on one of the people was so good, the people that was with the men that were with Senzanga Kona, and she just felt that if that voice was combined with that body, it would have been magic. But then, you can't get everything. And then she went on to say that she would have liked if real virgins were casted, of which I get, because it would have been more powerful, it would have been more sincere. But I understand the craft, I was like, okay, we can have more realistic things, but at the end of the day, acting is a craft. Acting is something that you don't just wake up to do. It's something you embody and something that you study, you live, you breathe these characters. And I understand why they had to cast the actors, because at the end of the day, if I'm a producer or a director, I want somebody who already knows the ish. I want somebody who's able to take direction, who is going to, give me these characters on screen. And nobody really has the money or the time to constantly be training and training. You need seasoned people to portray the roles. Let's go to the aesthetics, right? So everybody was dressed beautifully in their traditional gear, of course, and it was amazing. It was beautiful. Amabeshu, everything that they had, was on point. But let me not forget the acting of Wiseman Mkono. Damn! For the first episode, yes, sis, you did the things. Like, really. Yay, I really believed, Uguti, that was you. I believed you. You were there in the time of Ushaka. You really owned your character. Honestly, you really owned the character. And as far as I'm concerned, you were the best actor. You were the best actor. Ukabonina. Girl, I love that hairstyle. But let's just talk about your character for a moment. What the hell is she? What the hell is she? Like, yo, she's powerful. I'll tell you that. She's really powerful. And I don't think they would have gotten a better person than you. I loved the scene when you entered Mkedin, right? And Sabona lay in peace, and you were feeding them bones. And you went in there, your husband followed you. Looking at how they were able to make something so real, those hyenas, they were so real. And it felt like you controlled them. Damn, that's pure acting right there. Right there. But as you can see, I'm truly happy, with the portrayal, and I am looking forward to seeing more. But so far, I loved how the story took place in a place where it's real, it's real. And I loved how the land was so beautiful. Like, it took me there. And let's just go to the score. Yes, sis. Nizama ukuvusa abalele. Like, really, nizama ukuvusa abalele. Because that score was epic. It was epic. It evokes emotions. I think I should really take out the soundtrack, and big up to the person who did the composition for the series, because he understood everything. He understood, like, how spiritual music can be, and how it touches and how it gives life to the story. And the person did exactly that. I'm so looking forward to more and more, because I felt alive, I truly felt alive. I love the fact that you did your research. Your historians were consulted, because most of the time when stories are being told, there are certain things that are missed out, which are really important. But I have a good feeling about this. I have a good feeling about Shaka Ilembe. With that being said, I want to see how the role of Shaka is going to be portrayed. The older version, right? Because that person has a lot of shoes to fill. Ubab Henry Celu bengadlali. I cannot unsee him as Shaka. So those are big shoes to fill in, but I'm really looking forward. But so far, it's been amazing. It's been great. It's a beautiful story. The aesthetics are lovely. The scenery is lovely. The composition, it's beautiful, it's breathtaking, it's able to take you back in time, which is exactly what I want to feel when I watch something, especially if I'm watching something that's very close to my heart, something that is history, and something that's built on real characters that once lived. So I'm looking forward to episode 2 of Shaka Ilembe. Up until next time, guys, don't forget to be a grounding flavor. And I'm just going to keep you posted. I'm going to keep you posted because I am going to be watching up until the end. I'm going to tell you if I'm seeing something that I'm like, no, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell you. But so far, so good for the intro. That was not bad at all. Wise men in tone. I keep doing the things. Keep doing the things because you own that character. You are that character. I'm looking forward to seeing more.